Have you ever organized a space only to find it in chaos again within weeks? As a self-proclaimed organization enthusiast, I've learned the hard way that picture-perfect tidying isn't enough. Today, I'm going to be sharing the 4 crucial elements that transform temporary order into lasting home organization. Whether you're tackling a cluttered closet or a messy kitchen drawer, these 4 principles will help you create and maintain organized spaces that actually stay that way. So if you're ready to make your organization efforts stick this time, keep watching. It's no secret that the less stuff you have, the easier organization becomes, and the easier it becomes to maintain organization. However, I do think that it's a highly underrated concept. So throughout this video, I'm going to be going through a real-life example. These 2 kitchen drawers that are full to the brim of tools and gadgets. Despite having dividers and ample space, the drawer's organization fails due to excessive items and an unclear system. The owner believes she needs everything in these drawers to cook for her large household. However, she faces a daily struggle of trying to find the right tool. So the very first step when it comes to organization, something that always works for me, is pulling everything out of the area that we are actually organizing. This gives a wide lens perspective of how much we actually have. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. By doing this, I can identify any duplicates or unnecessary items that don't really belong in these drawers. Streamlining what you actually have will make organization easier because there's less to manage and less to put back into the space that you're working with. Before just placing everything back that we have now streamlined, I've learned that spending a little bit more time to actually plan out the placement of each item is much more beneficial long term. If we were to put things back randomly or just call it a day after minimizing the possessions, it's probably not going to stay in that organized state for long because there's no actual system in place. Logical placement means considering how and when we use the items that we are keeping. This thoughtful arrangement makes sure that each item has a designated spot that makes sense for you and your daily routines. In the case of our real-life example here, we are obviously in the kitchen, so one of these drawers is closer to the oven and stove, which should be used for the tools and gadgets that are used primarily for cooking in those areas. The other drawer is more centered on this kitchen island, which is typically where the owner of these drawers is preparing food, cutting vegetables, peeling them, so it makes more sense for utensils that are designated for those purposes to be stored in that drawer. While this example focuses on just 2 drawers, the principle of logical placement applies to large and entire spaces. By considering the optimal location for each of your items, you'll be able to maximize the efficiency of your daily routines. Labels are the unsung heroes of lasting organization. They serve as visual cues for everybody in a household, reminding them where the items belong and therefore making it easier to maintain order over time. So if you're the person who primarily organizes all of the spaces in your home, labels will help you kind of ease the stress that comes along with maintaining organization. In our real life example here, simple labels are going to work wonders on these kitchen drawers because they'll act as a quick reference for whoever is going throughout the kitchen, whether they are looking for a tool to use or placing something back in its designated spot. For these labels, I am trying to be as clear and concise as possible so that they are easily readable at a glance. Though it might feel silly to label specific things like serving spoons when you can see them right there, it's really helpful if you're not the only one in your household and if the other people in your household are notorious for putting things back wherever they want. Containment is the final key to lasting organization. In the kitchen drawer example, the bamboo dividers act as the containment solution and they separate each of the different categories of items. For spaces without built-in solutions like this, I would recommend grouping your items logically first, kind of deciding where you would like to place them, and then deciding on whatever container you want to use after the fact. Also, never forget to properly measure the space that you're organizing so that you can maximize the space that you're using. Containment is crucial because it creates clear and visual physical boundaries, it prevents mixing of different categories, and it simplifies long-term maintenance. If these drawers did not have those bamboo dividers, over time, those lines would become very blurred, and not just that, but the items would move every time you open and close the drawer. You can achieve containment with boxes in a closet, shelf dividers, you can use baskets in your pantry, even organizers in your bathroom drawers. By combining containment with the other 3 key elements, you set yourself up for lasting organization success. Ultimately, effective organization creates a foundation for order, which leads to more peaceful and harmonious daily routines. By implementing these 4 key elements, you're not just tidying up your spaces, you're creating sustainable systems that support you and your lifestyle and make it easier for everybody else around you to maintain that organization too. I'd love to know which of these 4 keys you believe will make the biggest difference in your home. Let me know in the comments down below, and if you're interested in more kitchen organization, I'm going to link my own personal kitchen organization video up here for you to watch next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.